And this spirit guide that's been giving me most of this is giving me the name Master Jesus. All right. Okay, let's start with your question.
Hey, Christy. I'm very curious about who my guides actually are and what I can do to better hear them. So often I struggle with trying to connect, and I know they must be out there. I just don't know who they are, and I oftentimes can't shut off the outside noise to hear them.
Okay. That's a great question. I've never done this before, but I'm going to ask you something before we start. You not to tell me anything specific, but you know that they're there. Do you, if you just relax and you don't have to say it out loud, just yes or no is fine, relax and let some of that doubt go. Do you have a sense of them? Don't say it, actually, don't say it. I just wonder if you have it, but don't say it out loud.
I do. I have a sense. We'll put it that way.
All right. All right. Let's see what we got. I already feel a lot of energy, so we'll see, but it's like up here, which tells me something. So let's see what we have. All right. Okay. Are you I don't do a lot of star signs. Are you an Aries? Are you an April birthday?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I've got something here. Right, something feels like conflicting. I'm trying to tear it apart. Okay, you're something. Are you, your work, what you consider your work every day, is it like healthcare and kind of researchy? Is it
Exactly.
Okay? Is it okay? Awesome. Okay,
Exactly.
great.
Mhm.
Okay, because what and you have a couple degrees too. Like you have, I can see that. So you're like the education thing, you're on that track. So you have like a bachelor's degree and a graduate degree, at least one, right?
Yeah, and they're in random sorts of things that
That's what I'm
may
getting ready
not
to ask you.
feel like they connect.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that because there's something going on with this energy, and it has a connection, I think, to a religion of some sort, like a something that would be European American, like a Christian religion. Doesn't, yeah. Well, yeah, kind of Jewish Christian religion. I can just feel the energy of it. So it's like something you studied, religion. Are you oh, and I've got a title. Do you have a religious title of a sort? Like I mean, the only things that come to mind are like priest or father or hold on. What is this? Oh, I know why I'm getting this picture. Like a religious title, like it's not dean, like deacon. That are you like a high? Are you okay?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
I would say I've moved through that. Yes.
Okay. But that is once you've attracted that, that's with you, and it's a really beautiful thing. This, whatever this is that's rolling in, is pointing this out, not in the sense that the teachings are the thing. It is starting to represent, well, I have goosebumps, starting to represent your intention, your role, who you are. So you studied religion, and right, it's some right. So something. Okay.
Yes, I have a master's in theology.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, wow. Okay. So yeah, that's okay. And then somehow going forward, you got a religious title. So, and I don't know who this is, that's starting to form, and the energy's very interesting. Really, wow. Okay. So, but what's coming from it is that, I don't know why, in that path, that religious path, it's almost okay. Here, the description would be how people in the United States that everyone here, we don't have slavery anymore, right? But there's a guilt from the white community that, or for many people, there's like a guilt. They didn't do anything, but there's sort of this guilt or embarrassment, sense of responsibility. It's this little thing. There's something in your role as a leader, whatever, within this religion, that something in it, there was something about it that you had a little sense of, not about being that, but reflected in it, that there was some sense of responsibility, embarrassment, a little bit of guilt, although you had nothing to do with it. Am I hitting something? Okay.
1,000%.
Okay.
1,000%.
I can feel it. This is coming from this. I have scribbled everywhere, all from this spirit guide. Okay. All right. So that part, right? That part, this is going somewhere. This is just showing you something, but this is important for that to be this first thing about this. And then another part of your personality that, and this isn't, I think this is another one, this is not coming the same way. You got a couple at least, is, well, we got that your job is, this has to do with medical research of some sort. This other part of your personality that's going to tie in a little bit to this message today is that you, even though I don't get the sense that you're the one doing the research. It's not that. You're not the one, the petri dishes, right? That's not that, but there's this in your life, this career represents something about you, which is this, like, always this need for discovery, right? Always searching for answers, always figuring it out. I have to figure this out. I have to figure this out. What I'm going to solve this. I'm going to figure it out. And it's this finding a cause and effect, right? What made this? Why did this happen? What is this? It's a lovely quality of curiosity, drives you forward. But now you're at a point, what I'm getting is that it's tilting you to a bit too much control. Now that drive, that thing, that finding the cause and effect and searching for answers, there's a time where divine timing, where answers will come. Okay. Oh, okay. I've never had this one. I know what this is. That there's two right now. I had to scribble because I'm sure you'll get to that point. I'm going to say this out loud. This name here is starting with the word master, M-A-S-T-E-R, and that's all I had at first. Starting to get clearer. And this spirit guide that's been giving me most of this is giving me the name Master Jesus. And that is my typical representation of what I would see as that Christ consciousness in a physical form is exactly what's here. But the name being given to me is Master Jesus. I even feel, usually I don't know who they are. This one, I recognize that energy. So this is really cool. The first thing is about a father healing. Now, I don't know exactly what that means specifically. And we're going to go down this road maybe a bit, but it's father healing. What I can get here is that it could be an actual physical relationship, you to your father, whether he's here in physical reality or not. But it also feels a bit like something a bit bigger, that relationship, that healing of a relationship in the sense of authority or something in that. And okay, and that healing of helping you heal that that being able to blend that masculine, that divine masculine and feminine, that's part of this too. That's his representation. So here's the words. Took me a minute to get this. Helping, he is forward here with you, has been for a while. You must, do you speak directly when you pray? Do you speak to that? Do you speak to Jesus? Do you have that in your mind when you meditate or pray? Is that a connection for you?
For decades, yes, specifically. But I think now spirit, creator, consciousness is so much bigger than one sort of like tribalism.
Right.
So I've moved from the tribe to something much more expansive.
That is exactly why he's showing up, right? Been with you for a very long time. You are absolutely right. He is merely here for you as a spirit guide right now, stepping forward for these few things. And we're going to go through them. I'm starting to get it. I'm scribbling. So first one is helping you to leave behind something so that you can move into your own light and your own knowing. Leaving behind something and moving into your own light and knowing. Within this is forgiving yourself. You do not need to forget anything, any experience that you have judged as bad or wrong, or yourself as bad or wrong, and any of this desire to improve yourself, right? Any time where you might think, if I did more spiritual work, if I was this, if I was that, then this would be better. This is what he's trying to tell you. That's that father healing and that forgiving yourself, that divine masculine, you cannot improve yourself. You can only ascend. You can only expand. That's what he's here for. Don't forget experiences, but don't allow your current now to be defined by any of them, good or bad. You are new in every moment. So that's the expression. He's always seeing God in you. You've talked directly, and this was a direct connection. When you talk, there are moments where you actually felt it. You felt that was real. This is a spirit guide, and this is what he is doing. That is all it is for you. This is a spirit guide, but one you connect and know. You can relax now and know that it isn't a representative of something that you don't really any longer believe in or follow, in that sense that you moved on, but this is not that. He is not that. He is everything. It's taking you right on. This is very interesting. That's where most of all of that information, some of it was just the clairvoyance, but some of it directly here. So my papers are just a mess. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Okay. So can you connect to that a little bit and feel some of that? And you can talk anytime.
Sure. Do you want to know more about that?
Please. So, yeah. You can talk anytime.
Yeah. So I did study theology. I have a bachelor's in, I've got degrees in agriculture. I've got degrees in religious studies, a master's in theology. And so I was ordained a deacon. So in the Catholic tradition, there is a hierarchy. Okay. There is obviously the Pope and the cardinals, and then there are bishops. Okay. That's the episcopacy. Under that is the presbyterate, the priests, and under them are the deacons, diaconate.
Okay.
The deacons serve the priests, and the priests work with the bishops and on up, right, in this hierarchy.
Okay.
I was ordained a Catholic deacon and assigned to a parish. And gosh, almost 20 years ago, I went to Rome with a priest who tried to sexually abuse me as an adult. So when you said father healing, authority was a word you used.
Oh,
That's what he's
This
telling me.
is an authority. Remember, the presbyterate sits above the diaconate. What has been going on over the past decades in the Catholic Church? The abuse
Wow.
scandal. So I have distanced myself from that. I'm no longer serving. They say that ontologically, my soul has been changed, and once a deacon, always a deacon, but I'm not practicing anymore in that role. So maybe the father healing was the title of the priest who attempted to abuse me.
Wow. If you could see my notebook, it's hard to see through here. When I scribbled out father, I put it in quotations. It's in quotes in here. That's how it came across. And that's why I didn't say it could be your father. And I'm trying to get it as it's coming. What does this mean? Wow.
Well, and I also know that that event had to take place for me, not to me. And, you know, it's been years. So I've been working through this, and I think I'm in a much better place, but perhaps there's more. You said not forgetting, but also not letting it prevent me from continuing on my journey.
Wow. That's really, yeah, that's incredible. That's poignant. I see why that was so strong, that, you know, initially that was right in. Okay. That's cool. How does that feel to you? Are you?
Yeah, you know, each time I thought I've moved past it, it comes back, because it's always forward in the news. Here's another allegation. Here's another, you know, high figure that's knocked off their horse. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Even this week, there was a lot in the news from where I used to live that is a result of this.
As a result of
not my particular case, but it was
sure.
clergy abuse of kids, you know, this was not,
children,
but
right. Yeah. Well, I can see why. I don't think I would have understood the explanation there. So what I was given was the reference of something I could relate to, which is that guilt of the slavery thing. Although I wasn't a part of it, I had nothing to do with it.
Right.
But I feel that sort of, you know, it's just a twinge, and I've had to process it and work on it. And that's what came to help me to understand that feeling that you had. I could try to describe.
I don't use the title anymore. I'm embarrassed by it, because I cannot be a part of this institutional group that has perpetrated such atrocities on the innocent. And I abhor that. So it's like, that is placed over there. I no longer, I donated my vestments. I don't wear a collar. All that stuff is in the past. And for good reason, I think. I think this event had to happen to me to get me to where I am today.
Yep, had to happen right for you, right?
Yeah.
For you. Yeah, okay. So the next, right at the same time coming in, the one that was pointing out your need for discovery, your desire for discovery and to get answers. And I'm going to close this. You see that sunlight is making me crazy. It's like right in my eye. That this one, and I can see it visually. And my first explanation would be anything I've ever seen about like King Tut, that I think it's Egyptian. That's what I see, the headdress, but the names here. S-E-R-A. S-E-R-A-P-I-S, Serapis. B-A-Y. It's two words. Serapis Bay. And that's what I see. This very similar is stepping forward to assist you in this ascension. This is interesting, Mark. What they're speaking of is, you know, healing, forgiving, you know, remembering, but this movement, this ascension into the light. And that I get the sense, especially from this one, that you are on this precipice. You've been right here starting this. You've been waking up, listening to things, finding things you like, practicing things, maybe having some experiential things, boot camp, and really waking up. But this one is giving me this sense that, what are these words? Okay. Here's the words. Here's what he says. This would relate very well. Stars cannot shine without darkness. This coming out of, and it doesn't necessarily have to be just this experience that we spoke of, although it seems to make sense to me when I hear this. Typically, I'll get something like that, and I have no idea what's going on in your life, but we just spoke about that. So this stars cannot shine without darkness. This expression, this spirit guide with you is assisting you with your ascension, guiding you back into the light. You started you set your intention, you put the wheels in motion, you've done things, you've woken up, you're understanding what's happening. And now it's like, I feel never a sense of urgency, but a momentum, a speed up, as if they're grabbing you and let's go. There's something you are walking towards, some sort of, and we all have intention. This one feels a little bit more urgent's the only way I can describe the word, but it isn't that. There's no rush for you, but it's imminent. It's right, it's time. And I get the sense that you can feel this as well. You can feel this. So to reach out and speak to them, of course, the Master Jesus energy you do, this one is saying that this image that you have of this energy, which is that Egyptian king, in a sense, Egyptian prince, something very royal, or, in that vein, that your connection there is a particularly human connection, a conversation all the time that you can have, that is giving you inspiration for a class to take, or a meditation to do, or someone to walk up and speak to. This is always right now. This is your hand holder, if you will, kind of walking with you. Your connection, how you connect, is you just simply speak, just in meditation in your mind, or speak. The answer comes, and this is direct. This is a human conversation. Don't doubt it at all. When you ask a question to this Serapis Bay, when you ask a question, you will get an answer immediately. Don't question it. You aren't doing it. You can't.
Wow.
You can't make it up. You understand? You can't make things up in your mind. Your brain's a receiver. Once you say the name and get the image, you've connected to that energy. You ask your question and expect an answer. You will get it, because that's the vibration that you've reached right there. You wanted to know how to connect. That's what I'm getting right there. You got it?
Yeah. Got it. Thanks.
I also feel like, because about 80-90% of the time, when I get specific names and an image like this, it is something we can look up. It's possible. I don't know. It may not exist. We may not find it, but if you look it up, you may be able to find some history or some mythology or something that will explain the essence of this energy. And that may help you to connect as well, as what I was getting to tell you there. Okay. Okay. My notebook is a mess. Okay.
So is mine.
Oh, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. Okay. We have another spirit guide parade right now. You've got several that are forward. So this one is female. Wow. Really strong energy. Looks like almost like red hair, very human. What's his name? Q. Oh, M-A-E. Oh, okay. I can hear it, but I didn't understand the spelling. What she's saying is Maeve, but it's M-A-E-V-E, M-A-E-V-E. But there's something tripping, like I'm missing something. There's the sense that women that like to be called Miss something, or well, I'm not John, I'm Dr. whatever. There's something here. So there's something before it, like hold on. Okay. That word is queen. So it's not just Maeve, it's Queen Maeve. Let me describe this energy as what I'm supposed to do. This is bizarre. Really fierce, red hair, looks to be that really strong kind of Irish woman, warrior type, but obviously a queen. But she's got a very, I'm interested to see why this needs to be there for you. That masculine and feminine thing. She is very fierce woman, but she's really sexy. Like she leads with that. That's her. There's a lot of power in that for her. So it's got that vibe to it, right? So that's interesting. And she's really forward for you. So she's, oh my gosh. All right. Here's what she says. This is cool. She is, for you, your portal between everyday reality, the mundane, the usual, the normal, and what's this word? What is it? That an unbridled excitement, that exuberance in connection with your inner self and with source and with the spirit guides. There is a difference for you to feel. And when you find yourself in that rut, that even a moment of that everyday, what do I make for dinner? That's what she's giving me, that everyday work, emails, whatever those are, you are rising above that. Not that you don't need to do those things. Those things are not in the sense beneath you, but you now have, when you connect with her, it is simply to focus on her and this energy I've described, fierce warrior queen. She's saying, open your heart and your mind to the light, and she is your portal from that to this connection. In the beginning of a meditation, when you lay down or sit to meditate and you're ready to go in, you can focus on this, talk to her, and that's your transformation. That's your portal to all of this connection, is right through her. Wow. It's really interesting. Yeah, just right through her to take you at any moment, that focusing on that energy, and will take you right from humdrum, boring, don't know what to do, even confusion, those lower emotions, right through to that exuberance of connection, that exuberance of alignment. That's what she's here for. This is interesting. You are on a path. They are giving, and that's a portal from that to that is quick. Typically it's a processing of a manifestation event, or it's something. This is an access portal for you to go right to that connection, and then begin to connect and move and get your answers from there. That is very, very cool.
Wow.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
my heritage is Irish, so it's
Is
very
it?
possible. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what
all the grandparents are right off the boat. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. Oh, she's all right. She's quiet, but she gave me one. Okay, hold on. What is this word? I don't know if this is a person or name. What is this word? She's just saying it over and over again. So, CYNING. CYNING. She's saying, this is who you are. And somehow it's related to your name. We may have to look it up. Mark, I don't know. I don't know it. I don't know the word. Cyning. Know this. This is who you are. And it is so much who you are that it is your name, is what she's saying. It is so much who you are that it is your name. She's
I
like,
wonder if it's Gaelic. It could be a Gaelic word or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Cyning. No idea. No idea. But we'll see what
Comes with that. Yeah.
Right. That's wild. All right. So man, they go back and forth. This Serapis Bay, they're moving here, is saying that this is back to that need for answers, need for discovery. Oh, reminding me of a story that's right. I have it written down, but reminding me of this story, saying that if you will just trust that your questions about your life, your purpose, I believe is the way your next steps, your directions, all of these questions that must be there that he is feeling, trust that they're all going to be answered. And you are right now beginning the process toward this awareness of who you are, understanding of who you are. And that is what's going to bring you that clarity and that higher understanding. And he's going to give you more, another pathway here, but that is what you're on. So trust that those answers. The story is this. I have a Jewish background, and so this is funny the way this is coming. I've got the Master Jesus energy and this one, and it is humorous. The Serapis Bay is telling me the story using rabbis, and the Master Jesus is doing the same story using priests, it's very funny. So, but the Serapis Bay insists that you will hear it better as if it is rabbis. So that is what we're going to use. So
works for me.
Listen, I don't know. I have this background. I've never practiced any of it, but so the story is this. See if I make sure I get this exactly right. There are 3 rabbis that go together to a room to speak with God, to see God. They all 3 go in the same room at the same time and all see the exact same thing. One rabbi drops dead at the presence. One rabbi goes blind, and one receives full enlightenment. This is a reminder for you and your curiosity and your discovery that while you are at this stage where this is heating up, this momentum, this time, you can feel it. You can feel that this pull, there is something, this abyss you're looking out here into of what is next for me. You can feel you are going to it quickly. Mm-hmm. Everything is in divine timing. And the rabbi that dropped dead and the one that went blind were going into their answer before the answer came to them. They were not ready. It wasn't divine timing. The one that was ready and was the perfect time is the one that received full enlightenment. That's all the story. Have you ever heard this story? I've never.
No, but is it an exercise in patience? Is that what it is?
It is a moment now for you to begin to understand that, yes, in a sense, patience, but that the questions that you have are remaining questions and holding you in a vibration of question, holding you in a vibration of what, and I don't know, and I'm looking for that vibration, rather than I am discovering who I am. I am this is this moment, keeping you in the moment, and then listening to the inspiration too, and these things that they are saying. Meditate,
walk in nature. But don't force the timing. Is that what you're saying? Like,
the question, what is happening? The questioning is keeping you in the vibration of the question. You know, when we ask Joshua or Abraham or someone asks white light a question, they typically can't hear the answer. Others on the call can hear the answer. They have to wait until later to hear the recording to fully get the answer. When you ask a question, you're in the vibration of the question, not the answer. What this Serapis Bay is teaching you is how to know that in this moment you know everything that you need to know, and you do not need to. If you do not know it, you do not need to know it yet. So there's a relax in that and a letting go where they can speak answers to you. They can say, take this course, do this, introduce yourself here, meditate now, do this, without me, you connecting, but you connecting only in that acceptance that this moment is perfect and you have everything you need. You can ask a question. You can say, you know, are you here with me? When you visualize that and you ask a question, you are in the answer. And that is your inspiration or your constant conversation, your companion here in this journey. But the bigger questions, what am I to do? What is my purpose? Where is this leading? What is happening? What did all of this mean? Those are the things that will be revealed as you do the little things that you are being told to do, to meditate, to walk in nature, to study something, to get on a Joshua call, to whatever you're inspired to do and speak. And those things, those fundamental things are, it feels to me, are to become the tent poles of your existence in the immediate future. I feel like this, in doing that, things are going to speed up. That's the sense. You've started this awakening. You're awake. You've done work. You've done things. Your perspective is raised, and now it's nothing's ever serious. They're never serious, but now these are things you're going to be doing. And there's a megahertz meditation. I get them every time, and yours is 852 HZ. So all you have to do is go into YouTube and type in 852. These change, but you do this for a while and weeks, and then you will be inspired to look for another one. Occasionally I'll get two, but usually it's just one. But that is it. It's an immediate question here that is inspired a question. You can connect to that and get the answer. Those questions about the unfolding of what's in front of you or discovering and figuring it out isn't your work. Just do the things. If there's a concept you want to understand that you're studying in the boot camp, ask this question. Help me with this concept. Show me what this means. And you will get an answer. It's kind of thing, right? Okay. That's the way I feel. And that's right. It's really very cool. Like very cool. So, okay, I've got something else. Wow, this is busy. You have a parade here. Holy cow. So, hold on. All right. So that Queen Maeve, this last thing she is saying is that she is that portal there for you. Her first statement to you was open your heart and mind to the light. Then she is your portal to go from the mundane to the amazing, to that unbridled. It's such a way she's expressing it. It's really amazing. The next thing she is saying is, you have just begun. Do not give up. You have the ability to connect to higher worlds. So then comes the last part. Open up your heart and mind to the light. That's that is very interesting. And that name, she is saying, she is giving you she's powerful. She's the the top end of the masculine side of feminine energy. She is there, but she's giving you a nod with that name and saying, this is who you are, and you can see it in your name. So this leader thing, this teacher thing, there's one more. And this one is very not form like human form to me. It's very ethereal, light. See if I don't have a name. Hold on. Okay. Oh, there it is. This is an angel, actually, is what I would represent as an angel. Is this very ethereal, not wanting to give me the name. I think that it's an R though. Beginning is an R. Wow. Yeah, this is your message. Consider this angel, again, male in sort of representation, but almost genderless. That first initial is R, and saying that this is your angel or your saint of healing. And the healing is becoming. Healing is not fixing something that is broken. Healing is becoming who you are. This, okay, Ralph? No, that's not right. Ralph. All right, I have some letters, but I thought it was Ralph, but it's not. There's no L. It's just R-A-P-H. Feels like there's more. We'll see. Helping you to shift your thought through meditation. Meditation is important for you, Mark. Are you doing it a lot?
I try. I get distracted. I fall off the horse. I give up. I find some excuse to go have another cup of coffee. Okay.
Every one of them have mentioned a meditation in some way. This megahertz meditation you have been given. This is now this angel helping you to shift your thought through meditation. This is for you to seek out help. There are things lighting up around you to help you with tips and tricks and ways and things to do. Like the boot camp had you meditate every day. There are people there, me included. I meditate all the time. I have tips and tricks to help you do that. This is what is finding your path to do it. It is a practice. You will not ever be good at it. It is perfect for you right now. If you can only sit or lie down and focus on your breath for 2 minutes, that is enough. The moment, just do that in the morning, do it at night, and increase it, whatever it is, but that is important. And this angel, R-A-P-H, saying your angel or your saint of healing, that somehow is recognizable to you. Is it?
Yeah, Raphael. Raphael is the healing angel, one of the archangels.
Oh, impressive. So, you have an art. Okay. Holy cow. Right. Okay. This healing for you specifically is through this emotional meditation thought becoming will translate into any physical irritation, something that is popping up for you periodically, something that's annoying, something that's in there. I can feel it. It's something, and it's not, I have no idea what it is, but something that is just, it's annoying. It's there and it's in and out and annoying. Is that making sense to you?
Yeah, to some extent. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. It's it feels like something they would say, well, it's because I'm getting older, or because I sit in this position all the time, or because I drive, or because it's nothing that's dramatic. We don't have a something, but these little things that you feel, or a thing that you feel, is beginning to become a physical manifestation of an energy that's just not flowing through you. And this meditation, this becoming, understanding, shining this light on who you are, connecting with them, that will pull that right along with it. The way that you will feel this isn't something, but that's what begins to happen when you ignore the pull of meditate and give up and go for coffee, right? This thing, meditation is not something to be a control device for you. I have to do this. It's not designed for that. It is, in the beginning, though, that thing that you do, and then you learn that you fall into this where it is, you cannot live without it. You cannot function without it, because this is where you quiet everything. This Raphael is saying, what we want to do with you is to shift your thought in the sense of slowing it down. This is what you will learn to do in meditation, and you will begin to understand that you are not your thought. Your thought is attracted. You are not that. So that's what he's saying. And it's this healing has to do with challenging people, challenging groups, organizations, and healing that your ability to see it all as perfect. And then that is the becoming. That is where you are becoming who you are. This forgiveness is another big one with this angel. Forgiving yourself, forgiving everything around you, which is to see the perfection in all of it, and then feel it everywhere in your body. When you feel it to the point of tears, when you feel the gratitude for anything that you look at, or anyone that you look at, that at one time you thought was wrong or bad, or did something to you or to someone else, when you can get to the point of, through this meditation, and there's something about every one of them too. There's something about looking into, and I think the boot camp was probably great. You did that. Maybe you do that again, or look into something that is a focus for you. That's a steady focus. It's like a class or something. You have a big intention, Mark. There is it's a leader, in a kind of a big way, something that you're going for, this deacon of the church, these things that you studied. It's a representation of what your intention is. You were following your path, and that was what was there. That lights up for you. This is who you are, this leader of this spiritual thing. That's what you bumped into. Now you're realizing there's more, but this feels like you are in a sense, that name, feel a definition of it. It's that CYNING is, you are a representative of the people. It's a forward leadership idea here that you are walking toward, but
something I'm supposed to step into or discover. Christy, you can tell me what it is. Just download that.
But I don't know. They don't really that specific. They don't. I'm getting that sense of it. It's enough to let you know that everything you've done is perfect. There's a reason you were led to that, and led to that knowledge, that memory of who you are led you right to a leadership position in a spiritual realm, not CEO of a company,
right?
Not principal of a high school, but a deacon in a religious environment. There's something about that for you to see. This is a forward momentum. This is where you're going. This work, this meditation, this is for you. This is for you to discover who you are, but something about you having the understanding that there's an intention, and that you are much more than you think you are, that somehow you understanding that is what you needed to know to be willing to go in and look exactly at who you are. There is nothing you are going to
But it's
find.
a forward momentum. Am I hearing you right? It's not going back to what
Nope.
I was doing
It's a
years
forward
ago.
momentum. You know too much now. Just as anybody is a spiritual leader and teacher, now how can you not lead and teach what you know now, what you really know about what is going on, what has just happened here? There's much more going on. This isn't about religion anymore. This is about Mark discovering who Mark is and doing that with this knowledge of what is going on in the universe, what's really going on, and discovering who he is as an aspect of source, and teaching, leading that. In teaching others, you learn it yourself, but teaching others, you did the boot camp, right?
I didn't. I did the Ascension experience, I did the 13, and I'm repeating one
right
now.
There is clearly no way that after doing that, you could box that back into a religious thing. That's not what this is. This is spirit guides that for some reason, the energy, then what they are connected with you. You brought them, you picked them before you came to be here right now. And they're here. And the only thing that they're saying is there is a beginning of you've awoke, you've done this ascension because you woke up, you've tried to do the meditation, and you did it, and you're an A student, right? You're a good student, you do this stuff, but this is now really going inward, and this megahertz meditation, going inside, meditating, walking in nature, being contemplative, and letting yourself be led in a moment to read something, take a course, learn more about meditation, practice whatever you are led to do. But you are on this path. You are a leader. You are on the leading edge of this. Something in this, like that name that she's saying, it's like you are a representative of the people. It's very interesting, and it's just where you're going, which is a lot further than where you've been. It's just more of knowing who you are in this much bigger picture. Does it make sense to you?
It does. And when you said, okay, you're a good student, yes, always been a good student. It'll sink in up here really well. I can recite the facts back to you. I can recite the Joshua teachings to you, probably close to verbatim. A degree in dogmatic theology, so I know the rules. I know all
the rules.
I know all that stuff. Right? But I used to preach, say the longest distance on the earth is the 18 inches between your head and your heart.
Yeah.
And the heart stuff is what comes out when I'm deep in meditation, whether that was in front of a tabernacle at a church 25 years ago, or meditating while on a walk or something.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that's interesting that Gary and I I told you, we're channeling this course, this basic training. That class is designed, the whole point of it is because White Light has been saying to me for months now that it is about the feeling of it. You can understand the concept, and you'll see change, you'll recognize change, and you'll even feel a bit different. But when you feel it, it is when it becomes a part of you. So that's what this course that Gary and I are doing is great. I'm so glad, really, in a way, to hear you say that. It's a different concept every single day, but the exercise is very short. It's a much condensed course, than 5 weeks, not 15 months or whatever the ascension was. And it's much more simple, but every exercise is designed for you to answer these questions and feel what that is in there, so that every day you get a concept and you learn to feel it little by little and that's how you change your perspective. That's, it's cool.
It's the difference between knowing, and then if something resonates with you, the resonation is a vibration, and I think it's more at your core than it is in your head. Yeah.
Cool. Well, everybody's quiet. I feel like how do you feel?
I feel good. I'm still curious, like what's next, and I want them not to be quiet with you. I want them to keep you going for another 20 minutes and,
Right.
and tell me what else is out there for me. I'm surprised that I didn't hear from any family members at all.
Nothing.
It's all these are all external.
These are all your spirit guides. And okay, let's see. I mean, they're just quiet here. And yeah, this today, what they want you to understand is that this burning question you've got, what's out there, what's next, is they are here. They are telling you how to get the answer to that question. You are not ready for the answer to that question. There are things you have to do, and that is to all that work you did in the ascension experience. Now it's about going inside and feeling all of this. Do that megahertz meditation, listen to that, let it take you somewhere. Learn to really get deep. And if you have trouble with it, find a way to do it. That is it. These answers are there. The one indicator that they gave you this understanding, this knowledge, is that you're not playing around. You're not small in this. Your intention was not just to learn it and sit in your garden every day as you grow old. This is not your intention. I can feel it. They're pushing that to me. You are a leader. That name that she's saying, I mean, she's strong and fierce. That name, whatever that is, that word is your name. It's somehow connected to your name. I don't know if it's Mark or I don't know, but it's connected to your name. We will look it up, but saying this is who you are. They're saying this, you are a leader. You are a teacher. This is the momentum you're on. So if you want to know what is out there, we'll shine a light on it for you right now. This is where you're going, but this is what you must do today, which is to go inside more deeply, heal that, and integrate it completely and get deep. Then from there, the next answers and the next answers are going to give you how have total communication with the Egyptian. You have the portal to the exuberance of the non-physical, that connection. You have the portal to that, her energy. All of these you'll be able to look up. You have the Master Jesus, which was a little mind-blowing for me in that whole energy, who has been with you and is continuing to, and now telling you your understanding of that there is more is not a slight to him. It isn't. That was never what he was. Then never. It was always this. That was a distorted thing out of control that came from that, some of that. There's this, but you have come right along and he is still here with you. You left nothing. You lost nothing. You're just going forward. You will keep everything from that, the experiences, the wonderful things, the title, the understanding of what that is, and then you will take it where you want to go. I mean, this message is clear. It's very, very cool, I think.
Wow. Well, I did Google it. So signing is Old English for king. And that's my last name. I'm sorry that it's reflecting early English.
I can see it.
King. Yeah.
Mark.
And that's my name. So somewhere back in a parallel lifetime, or that's occurring right now somewhere, I'm an Old English king.
Wow. I think it's the way she was expressing it. She's saying, this is who you are. It's even in your name. Go back when you watch this again, you'll see it.
Yeah.
What she was saying. And yeah, this is when you watch this again, I think you are going to start to get an understanding of what they're telling you. You know how to connect to them now. And
wow.
And I see it. I can see it clearly that it is a basic fundamental, no more intellectual, no more getting it done, no more discovery. In this discovery, we're going to turn that inside. It's quiet and absorb, let it come, find out who you are. Don't be afraid. Find out who you are, because you're going to love it. But it's got to start right here. It's going inside. And now listen to the inspiration, and you're going to know exactly what steps to take. And every time you do, something else lights up. Yeah, that's
Wow. Well, thank you so much. This is just amazing. I can't wait to play it back and listen to it and share it with my wife. And
yeah.
There were days where we thought we wouldn't make it out, but we stuck it.